So when I see the red light, that's now I know to sync up the audio with it. And yeah, so it's not a big issue. And I have it right here facing, because it's very sensitive. It picks up everything. I'll set it a little closer to you. And so that way I can see. Though I put in fresh batteries, and I know it can last up to 12 hours. So, and if you have a bigger SD card, actually, I think my SD card can hold that 12 hours. So good, great to go, awesome. Oh, hey everybody, my fucking microphone's still not working. It sucks. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Hey, great, good news. Mom's back home from the hospital. She's doing great. She's happy she's home. She's been cleaning shit. So that's how I know she's feeling good, when she's taking time to clean. And she did a lot of cleaning. The kitchen looks pretty fucking good.
Looks great.
I'll say. And she wants to do even more cleaning. So, and that very much, what the fuck is it? Makes me want to clean too. More and more, and so that way the house will look even fucking better. I gotta clean the garage, all the glass shit,
area. Yep.
And get that put in storage, put in the barn, and the plan is 2022 to get the glass building finally, because next year
After the greenhouse?
I want to do the greenhouse first. I want that greenhouse first. I want to be able to grow all the veggies we can, and sweet, delicious, sticky flour, so we can keep supporting ourselves and shit. Oh, by the way, hey everybody, welcome to Uniquely Brutal, the podcast of fine arts and farts, with yours truly, Ben Davis. If you like this, please like and share. If you don't like this, fuck you, like and share anyway. It's good shit. No, I love you. I care about everyone who watches my show, which is mainly mentally ill people. Mainly. Don't include your girlfriend. Anywho, I'm doing pretty good. I'm very happy that, I mean, I don't really care, but yeah, I do. But at the same time, I'm happy. My COVID test came back negative. I'm all clear, clean to go, and I can have lots of raw sex now. It's great. I'm happy that I'm doing good. I'm happy that I'm doing healthier and better. I don't have the fucking horrible allergies. I'm kind of past that for the most part. That was fucking just a bitch. Brutal! And it was uniquely brutal. And even through all that, I'm still very upset. And it messes with me every day. And it's something like they need to change. They need to bring this guy back, but I'm very upset that I don't see Jake from State Farm anymore. He's gone. They replaced him with Black Jake, who is not funny at all, who's got perfect teeth, perfect hair, and he's always smiling and happy, and he says he's like the smart Jake. I loved the white, kind of chubby, flubby, the dumbfounded Jake. I very much prefer. That was funny.
Yeah,
that was enjoyable.
That's the Jake. He was like,
that's the Jake we all grew up with.
I can't believe I got this job, Jake.
I know.
And here I am.
And then here's now this black guy who is super happy to be at job, which is impossible. Look, I went to T-Mobile. The guy who helped me, very nice, very cool guy, very cool black dude. You could tell in his face he did not want to fucking be there. It's like that with I have a friend who acquaintance who I graduated with, hot black chick, who works at Burger King. She's worked there for several years. She's I never see her in a happy face in that place. And when she's speaking, she sounds like a robot. And I said to her, I'm like, that's not what your voice sounds like. She's like, hey, when you're working here, everything's repetitive. So, yeah.
In defense of call centers and their diversity,
yes,
I specifically, for a length of time, did work for a call center. And
you were one of their best workers.
I was awesome. I'm not going to toot my own horn, even though I just did. But when someone didn't want to be there, you could tell it wasn't in their motive. You can tell that they weren't there to be helpful. to someone. They just wanted to get on and off the phone.
I know you did not want to fucking be there, but you couldn't tell that.
That's the thing. I didn't want to be there when I had asshole callers.
Oh gosh.
There were plenty of people who were awesome. They were great. Didn't matter, what if they were Democrat or Republican, black or white.
Biden supporter, Trump supporter, a cut your dick off supporter.
Yeah. I spoke to all of them.
They don't cut your dick off.
And I had very nice people from all backgrounds, all ethnicities. I was able to listen to their very thick accents, understanding that they were immigrants, and still giving them the information that they needed. And they were, how they stereotypically thank you in the scene of a movie or something.
Yes.
They're like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's exactly how it was over the phone.
And
they were that thankful.
And it's like almost like you got a drug a little bit from it.
In a way, when you help someone, it
got a little high.
It does give you a little high because it's a satisfaction. What you're
just
doing
like me.
is helping.
Yeah, I love helping people. I don't charge for my artwork. My artwork is insanely inexpensive, and lots of times people tell me you should charge for more of that, and I might tell them I'm not money greedy. I don't care. Just like whenever I have weed. A lot of times when I have weed, I really don't smoke it. I kind of sell it to make some money.
It's like,
and I sell for $5 a gram. So does he. So does the gremlin.
It's like, hey, what the hell? You think I'm a vendor at Electric Forest or something?
Oh gosh. Oh god. I'd still love to go someday, but they need to allow it to all people, and it shouldn't be $4,000 for the fucking weekend. Are you fucking kidding me? If you're there for a day, it's $1,000. Still not worth it. My cutoff is $400.
Yeah.
Because I've made $700 in a day, so I know I make the profit back.
Right.
So, but that's my cutoff. $400, man. That's usually the normal price for business expos is $400. I could do that. That's no big deal. But Jesus, $4,000? No. And somebody said, I remember online, like, oh well, you'll get a lot of networking. I get a lot of networking at farmers market. I still don't get my dick sucked. No, I'm not even for. I'm not looking for that. Oh yeah, I know it's a cute little table. I got this ottoman for this room. It's great, so that way, and it's compactable for my little studio. And yeah, it's right here. Check it out. You can fold it up. It's got a cool. You can either sit on it or use this as a tabletop. It's very convenient. It's all pleather.
You can
hide your weed in there.
Yeah. You can hide your pounds in there.
Oh, you can hide a whole white baby in there, bro. A whole white baby. I texted Kara. My cousin, by the way, had her baby yesterday.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Kara. And I texted her in chat. And I texted her, congratulating her, and I sent a voice text saying, "Congrats on the whole white baby, bro." Of course, she laughed. Oh, I love your mom's house. Anywho, so
that poor guy. Now he's in a house full of 4 girls.
But they'll be. But at least they talk a lot to their kids. What are you pointing at? I'm so sorry.
Oil and utensil.
This one?
No, good stuff.
Jesus, what'd you do with it?
You ate some of it.
That was the stuff?
Yeah.
That I've been wanting to put in a point. I got a story to tell you guys.
Yes, it is.
I got a story to tell you guys. Okay, so which one? Just any of them?
The red puck. Small.
This one?
Yes.
Red and the McDonald's one. Gotcha.
Yes, the McDonald's one.
Yep.
Show everyone what the McDonald's puck looks like.
McDonald's puck. It's beautiful. It's red and yellow. But what's great is the juices on the inside of the fruits of the flowers. So
gusher.
Very, very gushery. And let me tell you guys, I couldn't smoke or take in anything to the lungs for a while because of the allergies were fucking horrible. And before the allergy season hit, man, I dabbed every day, smoked every day. I had no issues. It was fine. Allergies came, and like for many, many weeks, I had to stop smoking for like a week. Everything, dab, whatever. Couldn't take it to the lungs. And then every time I would take in a little bit here and there, I would have a raspy voice. The lungs would seize up a little bit. It still kind of does that here and there. Last night wasn't that bad. It was bad the first couple of hours.
It is progressing.
It's getting better. First I thought, did COVID fuck me up forever? But then I tested negative. I never had it in my system to begin with. So good, yay.
I've had allergies this whole time.
Allergies, this fucking bitch.
Causes drainage.
It causes a lot of shit.
If you're not careful with the drainage, it ends up in your lungs, then
Yes.
you could have a chest cold.
Yes.
That's where the
Yes.
wheezing is coming from.
Yep.
And so smoking would agitate it,
Yes.
and it would suck.
So because they were so agitated, I had to take a break, and I needed to take edibles. But I hate taking straight up weed and grounding it up and put it in brownie mix. It's fucking disgusting, and it doesn't get me that high. It just is. I remember one time there's a fun story that I got to tell you before to tell you this story. That many years ago, I was a junior or senior in high school, and I got super fucking baked during the whole time at school. But I didn't smoke it all in the morning. What I did is I grounded up a lot of shaky weed.
Bad weed.
There's a lot. I had a lot of it.
Tasty.
I had a lot of. It's all just the crystals left over on the leaves, which you can blast and turn the. It's really shouldn't smoke it. It can give you a headache, and it's really harsh. It does get you high because there's many years where I was just smoking shake a lot of the times because it was free, and I took a huge handful of it, grounded it up, and I put it in oatmeal. That was the worst tasting oatmeal ever. It was like eating partially processed horse shit or something. I don't know, because that's what it looked like. You know when you kill a horse and you cut halfway through its intestines and then you pull this shit out and it's like not it's not finished. I know it's so descriptive. It's not finished kind of digesting the food. It's still, you see the hay and bit and shit. It's not like Foley shit, Like, when you're at a hot dog factory and it's kind of looks it's like, what the fuck is this shit? It's grounded up hooves and extra skin and meat and shit and, whatever. That's what goes in hot dogs and Spam. But anywho, that's what it looked like. And I ate the whole thing. It was very nasty. I did down it a lot with orange juice to help with the taste. But I was so fucking high that day. Had such red eyes. Luckily, I had Roto eye drops, which I haven't used in years. I think they're the greatest eye drops, the brand ever, actually. And if you look at it, they're small, concealable. It's like they were made for people that get high. So, yeah, that was a fun story. Did you like that? Is that good? So, because I had the allergies horribly bad, my brother took the oil, that stuff you saw, which is hash oil, very fucking potent, and he it was 3 grams total and spread out in 4 pills. So that's about 0.7 per pill, something like that, 0.8, I don't know. And I took 1 pill. He gave it to me thinking I was going to take all 4, but I had to test it out. Take 1, see what happens. I took 1 Saturday night.
After a meal.
After a meal. Actually, I wasn't even fully done my meal yet, but it was basically almost done.
Okay. And
it was in the middle of Bronson. Me and my dad. I showed Bronson to my dad. He loved it. It was good. Well, he said it was entertaining. As he said for most movies, even the shittiest movies. It's entertaining. I didn't like a lot of movies I didn't like, but Bronson's fucking awesome.
He said Mulan was entertaining.
Said Mulan was entertaining. Avatar: The Last Airbender. M. Night Shyamalan's Avatar: The Last Airbender. He said it was entertaining. I hate that's one of the least favorite movies ever made in history of mankind. Even more so than the Hitler movie.
Which Hitler movie?
The one that was made when he was alive, that exonerated him and made him out to be a god. It opens up with the plane flying, and the plane's on his side, so it looks like a cross flying, as if he's the one that's going to bring Christianity back to the land or some shit. It's a fucked up movie, but if you want to watch it, get super high, watch it for entertainment. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, it's up there with Reefer Madness.
Funny thing. Besides some of the financiers on Wall Street,
William Randolph Hearst liked Hitler.
So did Ford, didn't he? Henry Ford?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I can't say that.
So, Bavarian Motor Works, side note, folks, Bavarian Motor Works, during World War II, they did not sell anything to the Nazis. They rented everything, including trucks and tanks.
Oh my god. Now, I will say bug cars are cute, but the original design of the Volkswagen Bug was drawn up by Hitler.
What?
Yes.
Really?
I learned that from Alex Jones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If he says it, I think it's true.
He's mostly right.
He's 95% 5% right.
He can sound back shit crazy, but it's mostly right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you listen to most of the shit he says. It's like, oh, that's crazy. Like, they're turning the frogs gay. There was a huge estrogen dump in the water that fucked up with the frogs' hormones. Didn't make him gay, but he just said that for a funny thing. But that did happen in a weird way. It's just how he says
I think
it.
he flared it up a little
For
bit.
sure. I'm going to move the mouse down here.
I mean, no, he did so because it's, in a way, it's entertainment.
Yeah.
And news.
Infotainment. Infowars.
Not exactly, not
What is
true as to
going
the
on here?
sense of infotainment. What is happening?
Oh, Dad kind of
Not true as in the sense of real infotainment, like how people view NCIS or House, and they think, well, they can just test and do the DNA testing really quick.
I want to see.
When really that could take weeks.
I want to see a crossover. I know they can't do it because House is basically, if the timeline
He's in a
was
new
to
show.
now, is it a spin-off of House?
No, it's called. Oh, what's it called?
So it's not in the same universe of House.
I do not believe so.
Okay, because I was about to say, if the timeline were to keep going, House is pretty much in jail right now. Right?
No.
Because I remember he rode off with his friend to live their last days because he was dying of cancer.
Right.
After the last episode.
Right.
And I thought he was wanted after that.
And he erased himself. He switched the spoiler.
Spoil it, man. It's been out for longer than 10 years.
So
Spoil
for people
it.
who haven't watched House is fantastic.
Fantastic show. Fucking watch it.
I need to
Continue.
rewatch it. No, he faked his death by switching his dental records with the guy who died with him.
Oh my god, that's funny. That's actually pretty cool. If they were to do a continuation or something, that'd be interesting, but I would like to see... You haven't seen the show. I've seen a few episodes. It's actually very entertaining. It's not funny. It's more dramatic, but I would like to see a crossover of House and the Good Doctor.
I want to see him...
The autistic doctor.
They can...
That
what?
would be interesting.
What?
The Good Doctor. It's a show called The Good Doctor. And the kid, he was in I think he was in a Marvel or an Avenger movie. He played one, I don't remember. I gotta look it up. But I think he played a superhuman mutant in another show. But he plays an autistic doctor. Like, he is not good at talking with people, but he understands the medical so fucking well, and he can't explain it too well, because he's an introvert. He does it, but he's super fucking smart in this shit. It's like he's autistic. He's very autistic. More so the monk. More so the monk. Monk is just a germaphobe.
Right.
Which is a form of autism.
Well, no. He has extreme attention to detail.
Yes. But Monk wasn't a doctor. He was an investigator, right? Like a private eye type of guy, right?
He was contracted by the
Yeah.
police or something.
He was yeah. But anywho,
I've seen some of that show too. It's good.
I had something interesting to say I need to talk about. Jake from State Farm. I prefer the white Jake. I'm sorry. You're going to think I'm racist because I prefer the white one over the black one. I don't hate the black one at all. He's a fine character. The white one was just so much funnier, god damn it. The pudgy white dumbfounded dude.
And I think the black one can take a break now because look at all the commercials he's in now.
I know.
He's getting
You know why they did that? But you know why they did that?
Black Lives Matter?
Yes! That's why they did that.
Oh,
And
reparations?
It's not a good
It's
move.
a form of symbolic reparation.
It's not a good move, man. It's
No,
cringy.
that's not a good move.
And-
Get woke, go broke.
And by the way, Progressive sent me a thing. Ben, you can save $500, $700 in your car insurance. And I'm like, I don't drive. I don't have a license. I don't drive. I have a big fucking phobia of cars. You do not want me behind the wheel of a car. I freeze up. I regress. I think about the horrible shit in driver's class. And
tell them with the story.
I think I told that story in one of my podcasts. I'll tell it again anyway, just in case you're new.
Just a recap.
Just in case you're new to this. By the way, I'm a crazy, insane, mentally ill person who's working on a comic book and wants to turn it into a movie someday.
No, he's
Anywho,
not.
So
He just has autism.
I am mentally ill though.
No, Ben. You just overthink things. You get emotional. It's called Asperger's.
It is that, and sometimes like it happened like 2 or 3 times where I literally fucking throw tantrums like a kid, and I have no control over them.
That's because you were pushed emotionally over the edge.
Well, that's what happens with another mentally ill person is living with another mentally ill person.
I'm just in a funny farm, aren't I?
You are in the loony bin. Yes. The loons, mate. They're fucking great. But they're fucking loons. Bronson. Oh, shit. I didn't even finish my story. Okay. So, I took one hash oil pill. I got so many stories to tell. Can you please remember the driving story I have to tell?
Yep.
Okay. So I took, because I started this, I got to finish, I started decapitating this horse. I got to finish it. So.
No, what you say is...
I was thinking about The Godfather.
Yeah. You already got there.
Okay. And put it in the guy's bed I hate. Anywho.
It's a warning.
Just as a warning. The prize horse you like that you jerk off every month. They have to do that so that they keep the sperm and freeze it. They freeze the horse sperm, and put it in pills so they can eat it. No,
my god.
No, they do that though. They do jack off the horses. Like, okay, he's got great genetics. Well, they want to save the sperm so they can inseminate a female.
It. Yeah, they can make money off it.
Exactly, because he's got good genes.
I knew that.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty cool business. So but anyway.
Very lucrative.
Oh, Godfather.
Lucrative. It's worth more than its weight in gold.
Damn, I better save my jizz before I get vasectomated.
You're not.
Vasectomated.
You're not a purebred. Steve.
I know, dude. I don't have good genetics. I do not. I have good enough. It's good enough.
Well, we have some interesting ancestors.
I'm related to a king. I'm related to one of the best presidents ever, Coolidge. I'm related to an artist, C.M. Coolidge. And lots of other motherfuckers. We're probably related to a famous serial killer. We don't even know it. So we got good genes, okay?
Well, if the third king of Ireland was a massacrist,
that's a murderer.
Yeah. Then yeah.
Yes. You know the
Tell
difference.
The story.
I'm gonna go off all over the fucking place. Okay.
See, Asperger's and ADHD.
And one more thing that's really interesting. I do remember the story. I will go on, but. About the hash pill. You know, what's interesting about Asperger's is that, remember, autism is a spectrum. It's a spectrum and you find it, and then once you...
Spectrum.
It's a fucking spectrum. But not only that, when you pinpoint it's Asperger's and you go into Asperger's, it's a whole other fucking spectrum. So, it's like I have something that's like a spectrum within a spectrum. It's really fucking crazy. Anywho, can't pinpoint me down. I took this hash pill Saturday night. In the middle of Bronson. I didn't feel anything the whole night, basically. I felt a little high before I went to bed, but not too high. And we finished Bronson, and then we watched the new Child's Play remake with my dad, which he liked, and I love that movie. I thought it was really fucking good as a remake. And a lot of remakes I don't like, but this one is actually pretty fucking good. I liked it. You should check it out. Child's Play. Mark Hamill.
Fun now?
You having fun now? You want to sing the Body song? Mark Hamill does great as voice in Chucky. Anywho. So, I go to bed. I'm having, in my sleep, crazy, psychedelic dreams. With geometric patterns. It's crazy. It's colorful. It's insane. And I wake up around 7:45, 7:50, something like that. It's before 8. And I'm noticing, and I thought I was dreaming for a good minute after I woke up, because I am when I'm awake, full-blown conscious, and I'm tripping balls and seeing psychedelic geometric patterns on the walls, on the floors, on my hands and stuff, and I'm like, whoa. I'm super excited at that point. I'm really excited because I'm thinking my brother broke the code. He found this can make a lot of money, or make some money.
Well, that's something.
It's a grabber.
And funny thing is that is something I've been wanting to achieve for ever since.
Make a concentrate so concentrated it's like a psychedelic.
Well, in a way. I wanted THC to have higher psychoactive properties that were more psychedelic than hallucinogenic.
Yes.
Maybe even more monogyric.
Yes. Because a lot of people don't know this.
Realm.
A lot of people do not know this. Cannabis is fucking delicious, tasty flower. It is in the psychedelic family, but when you smoke it, it's there's pretty much no visuals at all. It's very all feeling. It's in your head. It's body high. But if you digest enough of it, and especially just when you eat it in general, you process it through your liver, not your lungs. And when you process it through your liver, it's a whole new different kind of drug. It's I won't even say drug. It's a whole new thing. And if you do have enough of it, you will see patterns, colors. I mean, it's like having a psychedelic trip. And it was great, and I was kind of laughing to myself and super excited. I'm glad I had a high tolerance. Because if that was Dixie in that position, she wouldn't be able to walk up and move around.
Oh, she would have been probably out, like in a coma.
Yeah, for sure in a coma. I'm glad I didn't take all 4 pills.
I'm glad you didn't.
I wasn't planning on it anyway. They were full. I knew one was getting me high.
Or not an eighth. It was exactly 3 grams.
3 grams, yeah.
Into 4.
I knew one was going to do something. I just didn't know it was going to be a mild mushroom trip. And the visuals stopped. I don't know when they stopped because I was up for maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and I went back to bed. I was so fucking high Sunday. Unbelievably high. I slept most of the day. I was just out of commission, man. It was just, I got up to use the bathroom. I got up to eat a lot. Like, I was up for like a couple of hours just eating sloppy Joe and I had a chili burrito and leftover from the chicken tacos, and I was just, I ate so much, and then I just went back to bed. And then I did that kind of a couple times, and then it's finally 6 or 5 o'clock. I'm awake for the next 3 hours. And I'm like, I want a concrete mixer from Culver's. So I had my dad take me, because I don't drive. And Culver's is quite a bit of a drive. It's a lot more than a bike ride away. Didn't want to ride my bike because I'm high as balls. And I had a delicious concrete mixer with M&M's. I ate maybe half of it, put it in the freezer, went back to bed. Woke up around 12 or something. And so I've been eating a lot, and then I go back to bed, and when you go to sleep, a lot of your organs kind of turn off, or they work much slower. So at around 2, so around 2 and 1 or 2 o'clock, I took 4 massive shits. So fucking huge. Because I was just eating through the day and then go back to bed.
Yeah. And
I didn't shit at all throughout the whole day until Monday morning or something. And my shits were fucking oh my God. They were solid, I'll tell you that.
Didn't I subscribe to your channel?
I don't know.
I don't see it.
Well, subscribe again.
I will.
By the way, if you're new to this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get out there more. I know YouTube has put me in the way back of the algorithm because they viewed one of my episodes and they went, nope, get them way back there. Make it hard for other people to find me, which is sure, whatever, it's fair. I mean, I talk about arts, farts, and sharts, and lots of other disgusting things. I don't care. But anywho, 4 massive shits, man. The first one I had, I see all, because I had a bunch of spinach with my tacos. I could see the spinach right there. It's just all, I love spinach because it just lubricates your organs.
I'm subscribed now, but I thought I subscribed last time, but...
Do you have 2 accounts? So on your computer is the same one on your phone?
I think. No.
I have 2 accounts.
Yes, it is. Brian MSU.
I have 2 accounts. Got it. So I can double subscribe to me, and I'm like, oh, and then lie to you and say, Brian, I got 2 new subscribers. Oh, sorry, I farted. Actually, I'm not sorry, because this podcast is for farts, big time. Damn. So yeah, that pill fucked me up. So now I know if I'm going to take one of those pills again, it's got to be on a weekend. It's going to be right after I get out of work, because I was still a little high Monday. And after a big meal. You don't want to take them on an empty stomach. You will have a stomach ache. You want to eat it with a big, nice, delicious meal, and you're already eating your meal, and you're full, then you take the pill. It goes well with the meal. Your liver works hard on processing everything evenly, and it really grabs that oil up, and holy shit. Now, the psychedelic effect may not hit you till about 5 hours after you take it, because I imagine it hit me sometime when I was in my sleep. And there's a crab spider right here.
Oh, yeah, there's one around here. I forgot to tell you.
Well, you came down to listen to the podcast. Hey there, little guy. How you doing? Want to get on the camera? Come here. Come here. Oh, he's running away.
He's like, come here.
Want to get on my OnlyFans? Okay, so there's that story. The hash pills were fucking incredible. And they were, you know they say in The Matrix, have you been red, when you get red pilled, take the red pill or the blue pill. I took the black pill. I took the soy sauce.
Hey, you don't choose the soy sauce. The soy
sauce chooses you. Yes. Oh, I love that book. John dies at the end in the movie. You got to check out. Watch it while you're super high or sober. It's entertaining either way. It's not the best movie ever made, but I fucking love that movie. But the book, oh gosh, get into the book series. John dies at the end. The second one's called This Book is Full of Spiders. I forgot the name of the third one. I haven't gotten that far. It's really fucking good.
To be specific,
yeah, I got you the hardcover.
The pills that I gave you, the oil that's in them was made pure from hash. Just hash. And not any hash, trimmer hash.
That's funny. That's strong hash. That's unrefined raw hash.
There's probably LSP in there. There's probably Gorilla Glue. There's probably birthday cake in there.
David O.G.
There's probably and David O.G.
Yes, very much so. God, that was strong.
Or
I need to tell him that story.
Or Bodie One Kenobi.
Bodie One Kenobi. Everything pizza. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very much so. Okay.
Mystery.
Now I got to tell the story of why I don't drive. I'm in driver's class. I'm like 14 or 15 at the time. Driver's ed or whatever, which you can start that early at 14 and get your permit or what, driver's fucking, a permit or whatever the fuck it's called at 16. I don't know. I did good in the class portion. I did good in the driving thing too. When I was driving, never made it to the driving test because I kept failing the main test. I failed it 4 times, and I studied the shit out of it.
Weird.
But I studied it. I went through that book with a fine-tooth comb, and then I get on the test, and they're asking me questions that were not what I studied. So of course, it's like it was a fucking stage thing or whatever. It's like it was meant to be, or I don't know, not meant to be, but it's like, I don't know. I thought that was fucking strange. Like most of the questions had nothing to do with what I was working hard and studying.
Did you feel pressure when you were taking the test?
Yeah, because I don't remember her name. You had her as a teacher, or whatever.
Mrs. McIntyre.
McIntyre. Yep. Which she was nice for the most part, but some things I disagree with. But
me and her were all right.
She said the day of we're taking the class.
Yeah.
She said 25% of you will fail. Statistically, this is what it shows. Statistically, and I'm sorry, 25% of you will fail. She said
first
that
time.
Before
the first time.
The first time you take the test.
Not just your failures.
No.
The first time.
That's not a good pep talk. That's not a good pep talk. I don't agree. I'd say that after we take the test. Not before you take the test. I'm sorry. So already, and I'm autistic, so mentally that kind of fucked with me.
Well, maybe that's her way of being rough. And, I mean, she's from definitely a different generation. They probably teach things way different now because there's a lot more idiots on the road right now.
Oh God, they're probably more looser. I could probably take the test and pass now.
Oh gosh.
I don't.
You don't want that.
You don't want me behind that wheel. Trust me. You want me behind the steering of a recumbent trike. There you go. I can't harm anybody that way. But anywho, on our way on the driving on the field, I did well driving, and I had Mrs. Toe with me. You know, one with the huge knockers. And
of course.
Yeah, everyone knows her. Very lovely lady, by the way. So I think I had her daughter at one time too. Not that way. We were driving. She said, "What's the place you like to drive? Where would you like to go usually?" I'm like, "Well, at the time it was Celebration Cinema. I love that place. Closed down now, by the way. It's fucking closed down. Not coming back, and that sucks." But anywho, I drove there, and it was fine. I did really good. It was like a 25-minute drive, 20-minute or whatever. The drive was fine there, and it was a bright, beautiful, sunny day. And then, well, on the way back, we drove the country roads, and in 10 minutes, it went from beautiful sun shining to gray, dark clouds and downpouring rain, horrific winds, really bad. And as we're driving, like shit's flying everywhere and shit.
No,
and
you were driving south of Charlotte, right?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure you were because they took
Country roads
a
coming
lot
back.
of us. They took a lot of us that way.
Okay.
And the thing is, there's a weather belt right there. Weather gets bad.
Yeah.
That's where that pileup happened.
Oh,
but
gosh.
Like 6 people died during winter.
Well, it was very fucking windy, and a massive old tree, thick, big, thick trunk, fell down right in front of us, nearly on top of us, which would have killed us if it done it perfectly. Like, this is a big fucking tree. I steer off.
Destination shit.
Yes, Final Destination shit. I steer off the road into a cornfield. Fucked up some corn. Sorry about the farmers that found it that day. Like, what the fuck? You know? And then they'll see the tree right there. Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully I have that. But anywho. And then drove right back onto the road, completely missing the tree. And of course, I stopped the car and I went, all right, I'm done. That was one of the last times I drove a car. That scared the shit out of me. That was just... Because it was fine. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. And then... Just raining. Just God pissing down on us. It was bad. And then this big fucking dick of a tree almost squashes us. It's scary being on the road. Dude, lots of times I get a little bit of anxiety even in the passenger seat or in the back seat when I'm driving with other people. I hate it when I drive with other friends because a lot of friends are fucking...
Riding with them.
They're just hazardous drivers, man. Greg. Yeah, dude, even one of my ex-girlfriends... Even one of my ex-girlfriends, the one I excommunicated, was an aggressive driver. It was a little scary and sketchy to be with her at times, too. But, yeah, so that's that story. I'm autistic. You don't want me behind the wheel of the car. You want me to make you laugh. I'm the comedian. I'll keep you awake while you're driving. It's no big deal. I'll take a hit. Oh, wait, what am I asking you? I can do it myself. I'll take a hit, Brian, because you always hand feed me you always spoon feed my piece to me. I love that retard voice. It's so funny. I can do, my friend Marlana said I sounded like a retarded Kermit. Hi, I'm Kermit the Frog. I play a banjo and I hate black people. Oh, gosh. No, I love black folks. I just don't have any black best friends. Which, by the way, how's Rick? I miss him.
Well, when you said you Wavy P?
Wavy P.
He's doing good.
I'm friends with the rapper, by the way. Anywho.
Yeah.
I should say acquaintance.
I'm friends with him.
Yeah, I added him on Instagram. I think he added me.
I'm pretty sure he counts you as a friend too, man.
Alright, cool. I miss the motherfucker. He's just a funny guy. I've only chilled with him like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Miss that motherfucker. Yeah, we'll have to bring him one of the mash pills. Like, hey, you want to take a trip? Oh, gosh, I'm moving this over here. I forgot we got a lady present who doesn't warn us when she drops her
you
shit.
got heat. Yeah. Watch the heat.
Yeah. Which didn't bother her because she didn't move. I got them new foliage yesterday so they can eat all those fresh leaves. I'm very happy that'll last them a while. Got lots of stuff. There's still lots of stuff growing out there. I'm going to collect as much as I can until I cannot anymore. And then I'm going to go to the frozen leaves. And then hopefully by then there'll be plenty of foliage growing in our garden beds. And Mom wants to start a pepper plant and a tomato plant. You think there'll be enough room in there, or should we do their own pie?
Pepper and tomato?
Yeah, one of each. Specifically cherry tomato. And she wants green peppers. She has the seeds.
She didn't save all the ones we had in the fucking garden?
She did. Not all of them, but just
we
enough.
We have plenty of room in the freezer. I told her to freeze the darn stuff. See, that's why we need to get into canning. Canning is good, folks.
We need to get into can. We need to get. I told Mom we should get into prepping. Really should.
We can live off grid.
Oh yeah, big time. Definitely burned it. And I'm not dabbing anymore. It's weird when it does that, especially when you leave it. The torch has been off of it for a while, and it still manages to burn it sometime.
I wait for it to stop being red.
I did, it was after that.
And I count about 6 to 8 seconds. Unless you got it too hot, you had the flame on it for too long. I don't know.
Could be that too. Fuck. That's gonna bother my throat.
There's water.
Well, I want my white Jake back. Now I'm saying that shit on purpose just to fuck with people. Want my white Jake back?
Yeah.
I want my white Annie back.
I want white James Bond back.
They never replaced him.
What? You mean you didn't hear?
No.
Not only.
No. That's not, I looked into that.
Okay. Who would be a good black James Bond? We talked about this. Who would kill it?
Probably Idris Elba. They gotta be British.
Yes.
They have to be British.
Yes.
The only time it was okay with Sean Connery, because he's Scottish.
Right.
But everyone else has been British. I believe so. Don't quote me on
supposed
that.
to be. He's a British spy.
I know. Not my 6, man. But no, in the new movie, No Time to Die, he lost his code name 007 to a younger black chick. So she's the new 007.
In what?
In the new 007 movie.
Which one?
The new one that's coming out with Daniel Craig.
That's what I
fifth
was
one.
telling you about.
So that's the thing. They didn't make 007 a black person.
I know.
He lost
it's
his
just
code name.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
Yes. I got code names and shit. Which of course he'll get it back. He's yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They're trying to do it, but subtly. They need to just fucking outright get Idris Elba to do that.
Yes.
Because that
they're
would be
gonna
awesome.
That would be. I don't care. Whatever. I mean, Jesus. It wouldn't work if they straight up made Peter Parker black, and so that's why they made a new character, Miles Morales.
Well, it works for the multiverse.
Which is Miles Morales is also he's not just black, he's a Blaxican. He's half black, half Mexican. You know? His mom's Latino. She speaks Spanish half the time. Remember?
Right.
Yeah. Fine Spanish ass.
Eat that out.
But I see this is where it gets to the whole again the Black Lives Matter thing. I'm sorry, it does. I'm not no hate against the movement because there's a lot of people that are in it that are great. They mean good things and absolutely and and there's some good stuff about it. It's just, it does sound racist to me. I'm sorry. And it's upsetting. It actually pisses me off that they put the all lives matter is rhetoric for racism. I'm like, what the fuck kind of brain control, mind control bullshit, thought control are you doing? What the hell? Somebody who probably is part of the upper cent started that shit. To make the people go against each other and divide and stuff.
Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer. Because, I'm sorry, it should be all lives matter. In fact, I like all organisms matter. All living beings. We're all keystones. We're all part of this great big thing. And if one of us goes away, something's going to trickle down here. It's going to fuck everything else up. You hate mosquitoes? I don't like them either. But if they all went extinct tomorrow, something bad will happen to us people.
A lot of species would die because mosquitoes are...
They're a food source.
They're a food source. That makes them a keystone species. And what people don't understand with the word keystone is that when you have a brick entrance, brick entrance.
Yeah.
That's rounded near the top. There's one of those stones that if you remove it, which is called the keystone, it will crumble down.
Yep.
So that brick lining doorway is the ecosystem. If you remove that keystone species, a lot of species would die because they wouldn't have food.
Us humans, even though we're not all the same, we're all we are physically different. That there's no denying that. I'd say we're like closer to the canines. There's different kinds of dogs. Yeah. There's different kind of people. Some are genetically better than others.
Yeah, think about this, folks. What if there's no such thing as racism? What if it's breedism?
That's breedism.
It's breedism. Just like dogs, they can mate with each other, but there are different
Just like
breeds.
how some people are against certain breeds for stupid reasons. It's kind of a similar thing. Oh, you're racist against that breed. Just how a lot of people think pit bulls are the most dangerous breed.
That's right.
It's Chihuahuas.
Chihuahuas?
Because they're not. First, the dog's not supposed to be that small. They were made that small through years of genetics. It makes them extra angry because their brain can't get very big, so they're fucking on edge all the time. Dalmatians not supposed to exist either. That doesn't exist in wild.
There's some lovely baby chihuahuas.
And Dalmatians aren't. They were from a dog species that wasn't supposed to be that tall, and because they're so tall, their brain is trying to grow bigger to be able to
compensate or something.
Well, I don't know. It's something about the heart as well, so it can get more blood flow to the body. But here's what's really fucking crazy, and this happened over time again through genetic.
Genetically selecting away from the gene that is the original gene.
Yes. So it's not like taking test tubes. No. There's people doing this for thousands of years. You know, it's how we fucking domesticated dogs. Over time, a Dalmatian, its brain gets too big for its own skull, and they can die that way.
Yeah.
Literally, the brain keeps growing, but the skull cannot grow enough, and therefore they'll like hemorrhage and die. A lot of the Dalmatian die that way.
That's fucked up.
It is fucked up. Pugs can't inseminate their partner. And not to mention their nostril leads straight to the brain. Yeah, you just toothpick up there, lobotomize them, and
they're already lobotomized.
Yeah, they're already partially lobotomized. Neither can. And she just dropped a turd. Thank you, girl. I'll just leave that right there. Neither can French bulldogs. They cannot get their mates pregnant. I'm pissing off so many people right now. And look, guys, I'm a comedian too. All right, I say shit that's past edgy. Fuck being edgy. I'm beyond the edge. Okay, I'm beyond the edge, drowning in the water, floating towards the island of success. All right, that's how I say it. I made a flotation device out of my denim, and I'm gonna be beyond edgy. Yeah. Well, that's when I learned being in the lifeguard class. They showed us how to make floaties.
Tie the ends.
Yep. God, we're almost 50 minutes in. Okay. I think I've talked about everything I'm supposed to bring up and shit. But anywho, no. Yeah, we're like different kinds of dogs, human beings, you know? There's all different kinds. To me, we're all still the same species, you know? We all all got dicks. We all got vaginas. We all got different colored hairdos and stuff like that. There's a lot of us that like to cut off our own dicks. Some of us like to sew up our own vaginas. Okay, there's so many different kinds out there. That's what I'm trying to. I'm for a greater audience. A specific audience, I should say. I know I'm probably very much upsetting you because I know a lot of times don't even know what I'm talking about, and that's true. But hey, I know this. A lot of stick insects do eat blackberries. Okay, so. What the fuck you doing, motherfucker?
Well, I'm not TikToking.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to get on TikTok for my stupid fucking... They're not stupid, but my humor. Okay. Are you, you got something interesting to talk about? Is it on your phone? Or did you print it out? Or...
It's basically on my phone.
We're ready to talk about that. I can actually move the microphone right here, so it's between us. There we go. Coughed a little loogie came out.
Well, isn't that good?
It is. It's nice.
Gotta,
Are you prepped?
Gotta cough it out. I have stuff right here.
Okay, alright. So, have you always wondered about the mysteries, and this has been going on for 100 years or so. I don't know the exact time on it started, or there was a big spike, or people actually paid attention and started recording these events and documenting them, but weird fucking animal mutilations, specifically done on cows, too. It's done on a lot of different animals, done to humans, too, where it's usually outside. It's always outside, actually. Outside, in a field, and you just see a body, and a lot of times it looks like when you look at the wound that all the blood was drained from, was either cut by something. A lot of people, a lot of these cases where it has for sure been cut by some sort of, they say tool, that they don't know what it is really.
Right.
But
High
it's always
precision tool.
High precision tool, and it's always similar. And it's basically a mutilated cow or person, calf, raccoon, or dog or cat, and there's no evidence of footprints around it or anything, as if it just...
There are spike holes.
Spike holes?
In the ground.
A lot of those as well?
Sometimes there are spike holes located around the ground.
Oh shit, so it could be something underground too.
No.
Okay.
Because amoebas have the, we'll get to it in a second, amoebas have the ability to attack their prey using, like, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
like
I've seen them.
harpoons.
Yeah.
And what it does is it punctures holes.
Yeah. Damn.
So the notchbacks can do that.
So it might have been aiming and then missed and then like, oh, let me try again. And there, got it. There's something like that.
Yes, that was reported around at least one or maybe a few of the very few recorded human mutilations.
Okay.
Especially the one, I think the one in Uruguay.
Well, I should probably say that what we're trying to get to about those strange anomalies that happen, by the way, all over the world it happens. So it's not somebody doing a prank or something. And again, there's no evidence, there's footprints around the area. It's always in a field or something like that. A lot of times people theorize that maybe it was UFOs doing experiments. And a lot of times before these bodies are found, they find strange lights in the sky, which could be absolutely connected. But what if it's, think about this theory, what if it's an undocumented, or I think the government knows a lot about them, but I think it's an undocumented species of organism that's on a completely different phylum than any of the other animals we have on Earth. Like the water bears, it's in its own phylum.
Right.
It's in its own family. So think about this. What if space is another form of atmosphere, but we can't breathe it, it will kill us or whatever. What if it's like a big fucking pond?
And the radiation causes things to either mutate and die, or to grow very, very large.
Yes. So think about this. What if, like, we are seeing these things in space that are not necessarily, like, ships, spaceships? What if there are these literal giant flying single-celled organisms.
Well,
Like amoebas or fucking stentors or any other things like that.
I'd say it's both because of just the fact and knowledge
The
that
ships too,
of the various crafts that the I would say the black budget projects like Skunk Works,
Just like one of the crafts that Bob Lazar was working on was definitely of machinery.
It's mostly Skunk Works, Lockheed Martin, black budget projects.
Yes, but that's the thing. The topic is not really on UFO, the spaceships. It's on these flying amoebas that are fuck you. You've been doing that and nothing happens. Okay, so there's these. I'm not going to explain.
So
okay.
not the craft, not the UFOs. Things that imply that they're made of metal and made of material, and there are things inside that control it and fly around.
Yeah, it's like something that's controlled by or like drones or something. No, these are
biological
things. They're a lot of times.
Now the funny thing is that what the 3 videos that were, or the 3 UFO chase videos that were released by the Pentagon, as of recent, we were told that not to call them UFOs per se, but UAPs. They call them UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, because then it could be anything. And to some degree, they may or may not have some intelligence. But if we're looking for an intelligence that's like you and me, or something that's close to that, maybe they could call it up, or not, excuse me, not, how would I say that? The dab just hit me.
What?
I said that dab just hit me.
Just now? Okay.
Yes. Anyways.
That's why I said the right stuff down.
Well, I got lost in my train of thought.
Alright.
I gotta piss anyways.
I'm gonna pause this.
I gotta piss anyways.
Alright.
Really bad. Maybe that's why I lost my train of thought.
Right. Oh, gotta pause. So, 57 minutes in. I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget, because I'm a forgetful bitch. 57 minutes. 57. I don't even know. Alright. Yeah, I paused this, but I didn't pause my recorder. I just paused the webcam. So, I'm gonna put a video over this or something. It's gonna be a bitch editing this together. I'll be a fucking... Damn it. I gotta fucking splice this audio now. That's gonna suck. I wonder what video footage I'm gonna do. Well, we did take the dragons to the vet the other day, and then not realizing I fucked up, and it was the appointment was actually not Monday, but the Monday after the Monday, the 16th, and I'm like, shit, we're a week early, and well, they couldn't take us in because they were fucking triple booked, so had 2 dragons in the cars, so we just drove back home, damn it. I did stop at Culver's to get 3 large fries, so I can have chili cheese fries or something like that. No, I didn't make chili cheese fries. I had fries with my sloppy Joe. Yeah, that's what it was. Yep. So, but on the way home, Mikey, my lovely male dragon, woke up and, oh shit, there's a stink bug in here. What the fuck you doing in here, buddy? In the trash you go. It's an invasive species from China, too. Okay, so, on the way back, I showed Mikey. I recorded him just enjoying the ride, and he was on the fucking. He was on the. Fuck. The dashboard. That's what it's called. The dashboard. And he was enjoying his time. Had a good fucking time. And we were driving, and then Dad made a sudden turn, and then he flew off the dashboard in my lap, but he was fine. Anywho, that's what I'll put over it. So I'm gonna play now. Back to the video. Okay. I paused the video, but I kept the recorder going, so I just fucking talked.
That's fine.
So I'm gonna edit a video of something over.
Yeah, I have to edit it.
No big
Because I even lost my train of thought.
Yeah, you did.
I took a wicked piss, and I have a headache.
Shit.
Yeah, it's from the adjustment today.
Oh, okay.
I need it again. Visit your local chiropractor.
Dog, make sure they're a good one. Not all of them are good.
Right.
Oh
yes, I remember what I was saying. So, if they say they're looking for intelligent life,
plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability because they're not that intelligent as us.
No, they're giant fucking
amoebas.
They're predators. They're amoebas. They're just
They eat bacteria. And there's a lot of bacteria around the ground and around cows and in cows.
Yeah, and I think in some cases, usually they're up space, but in some cases, just like, when an Arctic docks giant squid sometimes goes, in the shallow waters, just like in The Beast.
Right.
Which was, by the way, it makes me think of the same thing, the same reason that happened to the notchbacks. That giant squid, those squids are supposed to be in deep sea water. It swam to the shallow waters because something scared it.
Which one?
The Beast. Remember that movie? The miniseries.
That
was a big fucking squid, too.
That was a big fucking squid.
Something scared it to the shallows. It felt safer in the shallows. Imagine that. That's what happens sometimes in these cases. These organisms will... They're not really flying. They're actually swimming. Because they kind of swim down into fucking... They are flying in our atmosphere, but it looks like they're kind of swimming or something. But they do go closer, like to the ground, where they can prey on cows and people and shit, where they pick them up, they slurp them up like a Capri Sun, and then just drop them. A lot of cases, they were scared by something else that fucks, like a bigger one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did you say you saw a video?
No, it was a story.
You heard, he had read a video of a story.
I watched a video of the story, and I've seen, I think I saw two different sources that are telling the same story, basically. It was the same incident. It was like the early 1900s or the late 1800s, but it was kind of like, a cowboy type setting. There's people on the ranch, they're, wrangling some cattle, and this thing just dropped out of the sky. Now, when they first saw it, it looked metallic-y and stuff, but when they got closer, it was breathing, and it sounded like it was injured. And they could not get too close because there's a certain radius. If you got too close, you'd feel deathly ill and sick. But as soon as you backed up, you felt fine. It was the radiation coming off of it, probably.
Like a kaiju?
Like a kaiju. Like, you can't get too close to Godzilla, actually, without getting irradiated, kind of like that.
Probably.
And then they're like, what the fuck? They looked for a good 5 minutes, like, what the fuck was that thing? And then they saw a bigger one. Came in from above. And then, like what you said, it just projectiled this little tentacle spear things onto it and pulled it to its mouth, ate it, and then flew back up into space.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot of unknown creatures out there, folks, and a lot of them have, I'm sure, reported. I'm sorry.
Well, we have the blue.
I'm sure contributed to the missing persons cases around here.
It's possible.
Definitely.
You mean on Earth?
On Earth, yes. There are... This reminds me of the incident, the Russians in the 1959, that were going through the Russian mountains, and you told me the story.
These scientists... Now, first off, we should give proper props to the channel called...
Credit,
yeah. New Game, New Rules. and it's a gentleman who just presents a very simple line of videos with information that is pretty plausible.
Right.
And I think he's pretty close, especially because of the what was it, the T-75 tether incident.
Right. And he's not. This guy is not. Is he a scientist or writer or none of that? He's just an observer. Observer.
Let's see here. I'm
And
not
just
sure.
sharing
I'm
his
not
thoughts?
sure about his. Well, the way he presents, the way he presents things, he is definitely a researcher.
Yes. For sure.
I'm not sure about of his any other titles, but I do enjoy the videos. And though definitely there's still organ harvesting going on, I wouldn't put it that past humans.
Right. So
Don't
we
put
could use
anything
crazy
past
tech.
humans
It could
with
be
crazy
a group
tech.
of people with insane, like,
Oh, yeah,
it could be a floating thing.
Billionaire
And then-
psychopaths that have a
Oh, yeah.
have a
Dude,
harvesting
not even
program.
that. Trillionaire psychopaths.
Oh.
Even crazy. These are the fuckers. They're faceless, nameless. You know
Don't
what I
ever
mean?
go to the hospital in China, the death hospital.
No. Oh gosh.
There's serious accounts of organ harvesting coming out of that.
Yeah.
And of course, they deny it. But it's a huge business. You know, I believe a right arm or a leg could go as far as like $70,000 or something.
Damn.
For who knows what. Let's build cyborgs.
No.
Virus, that movie. That was a good
Great
one.
movie. Check it out. Actually, there's a remake, I think.
Yeah, I'd say it does. But anyways, back to these notchbacks, as he calls them, because they look like a disc. They're amoeba-like. They have a center nuclei. They have something called pseudopods, which are fake feet. I gotta talk
Cilia.
around his coughing. Basically,
Did I say it right? Cilia or something?
cilia?
Is it cilia or whatever? It's
I'm not sure.
It's what most single-celled organisms have. They're like little tiny tentacle legs or something, so they can move across. Or something
Basically,
like
but
that.
they're called false feet,
Okay.
pseudopods.
Yeah. Okay.
And you look at the micro and the macro, and I think this gentleman, Beaker, excuse me, has it spot on, because I believe in the old Hermetic philosophy: as above, so below; as below, so above. And if there are tiny organisms, there could be giant ones
Fuck yeah.
that are basically the same thing,
It's like
but
I believe there are borrower type people. Some people call them fairies or something like that. I think there's different ranges of humanoids.
well, there's more
Just like
evidence.
There's giants.
There seems to be more and more evidence of, and of course the problem with
Google the giant sleeping lady in Alaska and don't tell me that's not a fucking giant. I'm
that's
sorry.
an actual mountain.
That's a mountain. It looks like it's the perfect form of a female. Okay?
female figure.
A female figure that it's a giant fucking, it's either petrified giant or it's a sleeping kaiju of some kind.
I'd like to call it a mud fossil.
A mud fossil. Or just another thing too, fucking Jacob's ladder. No, is it called? No.
No.
What's it called?
What?
The big, in Wyoming, the tree stump.
Devil's Tower.
Devil's Tower that was in the Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's a giant fucking tree stump. I don't care.
Or a mushroom stump.
Or a mushroom stump. It was of one of those. I'm sorry. Rocks that form like that do not form like that. They do in the desert and other places, but those are cells.
One of their main.
The giant petrified cells.
Yeah, they
Watched
even
Moana?
have They even have cells. The cell structure
Yes.
in it.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that symbolism in Moana. Every island they go to is a giant dead tree or a dead mushroom.
Right.
They have those cells. Those.
Well, if you look at the symbolism, right, it's something that manifests.
Moana's a post-apocalyptic movie, by the way. Anyway.
Yeah. It is.
It is. It's Waterworld, man.
Pretty much.
It's pretty much Waterworld. Yeah.
But before it went steampunk.
Yeah. Before it had Mad Max snorkels.
Oh.
Guys, I'm sorry there's no farts on this podcast. I know.
You had one.
I had one, but it wasn't planned, and I know farts is in the title, but well, actually, the true title is Uniquely Brutal. It's just adding on the podcast to find out it's farts. But anywho, look, History Hyenas does not have hyenas on the podcast, so you should. There you go.
Right.
Have you seen that?
What?
History Hyenas. It's a new podcast. I like it a lot. I only found out about it because the guy was on your mom's house.
Oh, really?
Chris. I forgot his last name.
Is it actually what it implies?
No, history part.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with hyenas.
Okay. Is it about like jackals, people who are like ruthless?
They do some of that. They talked about Jones from Jonestown.
Oh boy.
They did an episode of that.
The
But
Colt from
it's
Jonestown?
so, yes, but it's mainly of the guy himself. But what I'm saying is, it's like a much lazier version of like Last Pod on the left.
I was gonna think.
It's very fucking, dude. These guys. First of all, they all sound like they're either from New York or Jersey. I'd say more New York probably. And they say, "Come on, cuz. Hey, cuz." They say "cuz" a lot. I don't think none of them are cousins. At first it was annoying, but then it kind of grew on me.
That's like a Mexican saying "vato" all the time.
Oh god. Every episode there should be a cuz count because they say it a lot. So many times. I'm pretty sure 100 times probably. I mean, a lot.
Right.
But yeah, it's funny. They fuck around. They do very little research. That's
Right.
the feeling of it. It's like they're barely scratching the surface. Like, it's this guy. Oh, hey, cuz, what's up? Kind of like, it's that. It's funny. I like it. But there's no hyenas on it, so. But at least I have farts on my podcast.
Right.
Just not all the time. Sorry.
Right.
Continue.
So, there's even video evidence, and I've seen it. But before I saw the presentation that Beaker presented, and when he brings forth his information, I think I understand the video better, because when I first saw it, I'm like, what is this thing? It's obviously semi-invisible, because the camera, I didn't understand that the camera at the time that captured the footage near a swimming pool wasn't full spectrum. If it was, you would have
Right.
seen it in full detail, or maybe possible
Yes.
more detail than just the night vision or something. Or not night vision, I think it was just a regular camera. But this notchback comes in and drinks from a swimming pool.
Oh.
And you can tell there's something there. You can tell it's drinking from the water.
This is a video?
And they run off water and bacteria.
Right.
And it is definitely a notchback. I believe that explains it.
Any of you guys played Black Mesa, the Half-Life remake? When you go to Zen, and those organic clouds things, they're kind of like that.
Yeah.
Those giant cells, they're like ghostly because you can walk right through them. And a lot of times when you're in the area, they just kind of go to you and they just flutter around you. Maybe they're eating the bacteria off you, who fucking knows? But they don't harm you at all in the game. The ones in real life are probably very harmful, I imagine.
Yes, it's starting to be very likely that
I can't wait till they put them...
The unlikely what?
When they're going to be in mainstream media and they're going to be like on the norm and like in the...
Right.
How they slowly integrate our whatever.
Well, biological UFOs isn't something new, but we never really understood exactly what they were. But when you watch all of those UFOs flying around,
mainstream science. That's what I wanted to say.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you, which they're very egotistical.
Oh god. Well, a lot of times a lot of shit doesn't get left out. Just like you won't hear new stuff about the pyramid stuff because they think, oh, we got it. It's just very fucking...
Oh, there are no tunnels underneath these things. No tunnels.
Yep. Or they don't even want to entertain the notion that psychedelics were used during
The pyramids, they are too. Yes.
Jesus, that's funny.
Yeah. No, they're not a goddamn tomb.
They knew something about beetles. They knew a lot about the intricate workings of
the beetle wings on a microscopic level that helped induce zero gravity technology.
Yes, you can. If you take a beetle wing, you can balance it on like a pin, and it kind of floats above it. It's crazy, and it's not flying by it. It's like floating. It's like There's something with the shape of the pattern. I don't know of the hexagons, and I have no fucking clue. But it's like it grabs something that's already in the air, because it's
well.
because there's no electricity.
That's the
going to
thing.
it.
There are two forces happening, because what comes up must come down. If there is, just like I would say the Hermetic philosophy principle of correspondence. If there is a down force, then there is an up force. Zero gravity really doesn't exist. What they're doing is they're turning on the up force in reversing the down force
Right.
that we know as gravity
Right.
to their advantage in a very structured and aerodynamic way.
Right.
Strategically speaking.
Right. Absolutely.
Especially for warfare.
It's funny when they took those cats into space. They're just like, I can't do this.
I'm pretty sure. Look, there was those cats were on that airplane that
Yeah.
simulates the 0Gs.
Yeah.
But still, it was funny as hell.
They did a test. I don't know if it was the Russians or whatever. They took spiders into space to see if they could still make their webs and they could still hunt prey. They can't.
They can't.
They can.
Right.
And they can hunt their prey in almost a supernatural way. It's almost like they were made for zero gravity.
Really?
Yes, they actually hunt way better. They were like completely enhanced.
Interesting.
Creepy, right? They can make webs faster. They can.
Well, yeah, they're like, woo! I can just.
This is great. Just whip around.
They're like Spider-Man.
Yeah. That'd be funny when they did the testing. They had little skyscrapers and
Yeah, right.
Sweeney Prod. But no, they can. Sure, you'd be able to find the information on it, but they can hunt the prey in almost a supernatural way. They've never seen spiders move like this ever on Earth. So it's like, huh? That also, begs the notion of like maybe a lot of arthropods did not come from this planet. Maybe they came off a meteorite or whatever.
It's about the
just like that creature
extremophiles.
from the Quiet Place.
It's about.
Those creatures, they came off a meteor fragment.
And what they are is extremophiles, like water bears.
Yes.
And that's what these notchbacks are.
Yes.
Because they can withstand the constraints of outer space.
Absolutely. And we don't really know what fully space is. We only know of what science has told us, and a lot of times science lies to us.
It does.
Yeah. I'm a science believer big time. I love science. I'm big into it. But there are some mainstream scientists that are in the pockets of certain trillionaires. And
Special interest groups.
Special interest groups. Sorry, Neil deGrasse Tyson's one of them. I love the guy, still a huge fan. I do believe he wants the best for the humans, and I think he does drip feed us some information here and there.
Yeah, like...
But someone's got a big hold on his balls, unfortunately. And he loves his family, and he doesn't want to get killed along with them.
Oops, sorry about that.
Yeah. Sorry about what?
I just kicked the microphone.
It's no big deal. So yeah, there's a lot we have yet to really know about our planet. I mean, just think about it. I mean, ants are next to a highway. They have no idea that highway's there. They don't even register when when you wave your hand over them. I mean, they have limited senses, just like we do too.
They are in another dimension.
They are in another dimension.
That only they can perceive.
Watch the movie Epic, because they explain that. Have you seen that movie, Epic? You have seen it?
Oh, wait, no, not yet.
The warriors that ride hummingbirds?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Christoph Waltz is the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of the good guys who should have been the main character, kind of upset he wasn't, kind of brought the movie down a bit, was Colin Farrell.
Yeah, I saw that. Maybe that's why I haven't got into it.
Well, the main character was, and by the way, I don't hate the actor. He's a good actor. He's in Future Man, and I hear that show's fantastic. The main guy, remember, he's the kid from Journey to the Center of the Earth. Zathura, whatever, that actor. He's a fine actor, but a lot of times he's in kind of crappy movies, and he didn't do too good as this. It's not. I don't see him as a voice actor. That's all. Colin Farrell did great in that movie. They explain about how insects are on a different dimension. They run differently than we do. Insects have shorter lives, so therefore they have to, they don't live like. I'm so fucking. They don't live like we do, goddammit. So, yeah.
Oh, by the way, that was the STS-75 tether incident, where you see a bunch of UFOs flying around.
Are they UFOs? Yeah, right. Oh, UFOs, unidentified flying, whatever it could be.
UAPs.
UAPs.
Some of them are a few miles
They
in
look like
diameter.
Daphnia.
They kind of look like Daphnia.
Look like Daphnia just
Swimming around.
Yeah, Daphnia shrimp. Crustacean.
Looks
Yeah,
exactly like amoeba.
There's an entire ecosystem up in space. There are these things that swim around and stuff like that, and I cannot wait until whoever is done being a fucking egotistical asshole would just let the rest of the population know, so it could be part of mainstream science and shit. And then people would be way more interested in space. And actually, it will find it less scary, too.
Well, unfortunately, there are too many people high up that are invested in this reality.
Yes, they want to keep us
and
in
want
this
to keep
matrix,
this
unfortunately.
keep us in a box.
And keep us chained, and keep us looking at the TV, and keep us, going terrified of COVID. And I just
Yes,
got
you're never truly free when you grow up in a society where everyone has cable TV.
Oh, God. Cut that cable loose, goddammit. Is there any other information you'd like to discuss? Stories? Fucking, no?
Let's see. Huh. Well, it brings me back to when you were talking about giant spiders, and I'll have to
Giant spiders?
Giant spiders, where I'm trying to track down this story because it's hard to
I
find.
wasn't talking about giant spiders.
I
I was
know,
talking about
but
spiders in space.
it was related to
Giant squid?
how the
Shape up Fufi? Oh,
hole marks. The hole marks
Right.
that were in the ground around some of the human mutilation cases. And the family that went to a park, was it in Mexico?
Right.
And none of them can swim. The family does not go swimming. They would drown. They don't know how to swim.
Right.
And there's a lake nearby, right? Or a pond.
Uh-huh.
And something chases them to jump into the water.
And they drown.
And they drown.
Oh, yeah, I've read this.
And
I've read
there's
this.
nothing but hole marks around.
And somebody thought they were giant
Someone,
arthropods. Of
it's
some
possible
kind.
that there were giant spiders that chased them. What if it was notchbacks? There are stories
Could have been.
that have been recorded from villages in South America
Right.
that have been attacked by these things, and they would chase them away with fireworks and fires and loud chanting and yelling.
You know what would be really funny is that I can write a script for the premise of these guys and make a horror movie about it, and we can be right through the middle of production of like everyone loves this idea, and then suddenly someone comes in from high up government. They're like, you need to shut this project down. That happened. I think somebody wanted to make. I heard this. My brain might be making this up, but somebody wanted to make a movie about like Vostok, where those Russians encountered that strange species of octopus that was very deadly.
Oh,
and the government did not want that out at all. The
Oh,
Russian
organism 47B?
Yes. And so they made the movie Europa Report, where they went on Europa's moon and stuff like that. I'm like, no, it should have been Lake Vostok.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, and I believe this story because it's highly detailed, and it's like this. If someone wrote this, they are an incredible writer, and they should make a book.
And a second reason why you should believe it is the scientists came out that were survivors from the submarine
There were
mission.
7 of them.
Some of them
4 died.
Some of them whistleblowed.
Yep.
And one of the reasons why you should entirely believe it is because the Russian government had a campaign of talking it down. They put a lot of effort. They put a lot of effort into it.
That's probably why they made the movie
Into denouncing
Sputnik
it.
2.
Sputnik 2?
No, that's probably why they made the Sputnik as well. That movie. With the parasite, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with it or whatever, but they make these movies and more sci-fi movies, so people are like, oh, it's just a movie, of course it's... they'll think it's fake more or whatever. I don't know. But anywho, this is really cool. So this Russian science team, there's about 7, I'd say 7 of them. Yeah, it was 7 of them. Only 3 made it back. It was in Antarctica. There's a huge lake underneath a part of Antarctica that's called Lake Vostok. It's way deep underneath the ice.
Isn't it like 2 miles of ice or something?
Something. The only way to get through it is literally drill through the fucking ice. That's the only way to get through it. I mean, as we know. So they made a drill and they were able to get down, and they got a submarine down there. I mean, this was a high-tech, high-end class of scientists.
It took them a long effort to get the submarine down there.
Yeah. I don't even know if that would make an interesting fucking movie.
It was a huge endeavor.
And so they finally got to Lake Vostok, and it's teeming with all sorts of vegetation and life. It's kept warm by the volcanic vents that are under the ice that keep it warm, and they give off a lot of light, so plant life can grow.
I think the last time that lake saw light was probably 10, 12, 15,000 years ago. What?
The volcanic vents give up, there's fresh lava coming out, magma. It gives off light enough for plant life to grow.
Right. I'm just saying.
So there is some light.
That's how long it's been isolated.
Yes, exactly. So they're seeing all this new plant life never seen before. It's undocumented stuff, all sorts of shrimp or whatever. It's like, oh, crazy. And then they encountered organism 47B, which is what they named it. And
after coming across probably 47 different organisms or
maybe,
something.
Maybe, could have been the 47th one in B, because they did
or
A.
D,
and then, yeah. And it was an unknown, undocumented species of octopus. They did concur it was an octopus. But this one was very different. Now, it wasn't giant. It was big, but it wasn't like a monstrous size like a kaiju. Okay, it was about the size of it was about the size of a person, kind of. Because it had about 14 tentacles, and it was very smart. It made itself look like one of the divers. And somebody saw, hey, that's and then they tried to get too close. They got too close to it, basically. And they realized, oh, that's not a diver at all, and it attacked one of them, killing them instantly. Because it was scrunched up probably, and then it stretched out and fucking got its arms around the person or whatever. And this octopus released poison in the water that killed 2 other guys. The poison that like the current took the poison up, and they were able to, like, because their skin was exposed, it like ate away through their skin or something. I don't remember exactly how it was, but it was like skin contact, you're kind of fucked. And it got in their suit, I guess got in their mouth, I don't know, but or maybe, I don't remember exactly what happened, but remember, octopuses and squids have spines on their tentacles. If they can wrap around you, they can cut.
Would they be able to go in?
What?
Would they be able to go in?
What?
At that depth? Without protection?
It was warm.
No.
Oh, the pressure was not, it wasn't a terribly deep lake. Remember, it's underneath all the ice. Ice, and then lake.
Yeah.
So the pressure wouldn't affect you, I don't think. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
It's interesting.
But one of them was poisoned in the water. I don't know if maybe the water got in them when they took the suit off, when they got inside the submarine.
Right.
I don't know.
I'll have to read up on it. Make sure it's not.
And there was like read up on it, because I remember there's a part where inside, even though it was underneath, there was like an air bubble, and there was a little beach area. It was underneath the ice, and they had to quickly get up onto the beach. And it's already they've had encountered with this octopus, and I remember they fucked it up somehow. They were able when they tried to get one of their friends loose because it attacked it, and they pulled off one of its arms, right? And the arm was still attached to the guy, and they got up on the beach, and the arm just went onto one of the other divers, went around its neck, and choked the person to death.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Because, a lot of people don't know this, but in octopuses, each arm has its own brain. It's crazy. It's really crazy. So they can, take it off and grow a new one. And killed these motherfuckers. Poisoned 2, attacked 1, killed him, poisoned 2 of them, and strangled 1 guy. So those are the 4 that got killed. So, and I don't know how the other guys got back in the Southern Maine. Again, I don't know read the fucking story. We'll read it next podcast. We'll do that. But hey, it's been a lazy one. We're probably gonna be heavily surveyed by the government, but it happens. Comes with the price of having a good podcast. Please don't kill me. I don't know anything. I got so much to give. I have so much jizz to give. I haven't masturbated enough this week. Anywho, oh man, that sounds like we're gonna wrap it. This sounds good. We've been on for an hour and a half. It's been good.
It's been fun.
It's been a good potty. It's been a good potty poo. I had something else to talk about, but I'll write a note about it so I can talk. It's just something funny to bring up. Well, guys, Pornhub releases 200 videos per day, so the content is unending on there. And if you enjoy my podcast, please, you know me, I'm Ben Davis, and this pod is probably stranger than anyone can ever describe. If you want to see the madness continue, please like and subscribe. Why are you moving, bitch? Okay. We're done. We're good. It's ended. Oh shit! This is not done. I gotta pause the recorder. Well, fuck. It'll be a video of Mike taking a shit or something. I don't know. I'll put it over this. You guys have a great day. Please like and subscribe to my channel. It's good. Lots of farts, lots of sharts. I gotta show more artwork. And it's evolving into something good. So we're going to play Half-Life Deathmatch now. Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. You should join us. I'm Uniquely Brutal, and Brian is Sword Flame blah 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 blah. And I am Cum Lord.